Nope. Nope. This is the ugly one. Here we go. Let's go all in. Okay, 5 minutes left. Let's see what the AI can do for me. Getting pretty intense now. Hello everyone. Will here, Vibe Coding Dad. Every episode, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to live vibe code an app. No dry run, no scripts, no edits. If you want to learn how to build with AI or just curious about what AI can do, you're in the right place. I'll explain along the way how and what I'm doing. If you want to be entertained, you can see me fail or prevail. It's basically me against the clock and sometimes against AI. Since this is my first episode, I'm going to give myself a softball app to build. And by the way, feel free to propose any ideas, and I'm happy to vibe code in my next episode. But in this one, I'm going to vibe code a countdown timer because I'm going to be counting down the clock while I'm vibe coding. Okay, so let's get started. Let me share my screen here. Okay, so before I start coding, I usually go and research what I'm going to build. So here I did a quick search on countdown timer that is start free, and I'm just going to click around to see some ideas. So you can see this countdown timer has a, you can set the time and then you can have a background. What is this one? Okay, so this one you can count down from New Year's or Valentine's Day or Christmas. There's a couple iOS apps and mobile apps out there. This one's a remote control. I'm not sure what the use case is, but they charge a lot of money. So the one that I'm using, I think, is this one. Nope, this is the ugly one. So, there's a few, but the one I'm using is this one here, stopwatch-app. So now that I've done a little bit of research, I kind of know what I want, and let's just start with something simple. I'm going to use Claude, and there's actually a lot of different apps out there. I'll just use Claude for today's session. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to talk to AI, and we'll just brainstorm. The best tip that you can get is that you don't need a perfect prompt. You just have to start a conversation with AI. So before I do that, I'm going to just start the timer. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I want to build a countdown timer. Help me brainstorm and ask me questions. Okay, so Claude is going, and you can see what it's doing. So it's thinking, it's using a skill that I installed called a superpower. I'll tell you all of these later. But for the purpose of this episode, I'm just going to go through and build an app and see how far I can get in 10 minutes. It should be pretty simple. Okay, so another tip number 2, is that you don't really have to use Claude. You can use any vibe coding tool you want as long as you're comfortable. So you don't have to listen to people like, oh, you have to use this, you have to use that. As long as you're comfortable with it and you're okay with the cost, you could just pick it up. But this is something that I can also create an episode because I do have a lot of thoughts about what's good and what's okay depending on your use cases. Okay, so now Claude came back with a bunch of stuff. What is a countdown timer counting down to? A specific event date, a user set duration, right? Both. I think I want to just keep this simple. So let's just do B. And I want to add something like I also want to have a couple presets, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that I can count down to. Let me just add another requirement. I also want the timer to count down to negative. And when it's negative, the numbers will turn red. Okay, let's see what AI says. Okay, what platform should this run on? Web app, desktop, mobile. Uh, let's just keep this easy. A. Okay. If you want, you could ask me to build a mobile app. I've never built a mobile app before, but we could try for our next episode. What kind of visual style are you going for? Let's do a, just for fun. Let's just do C. Okay. Yeah, so these are things I didn't even think about, right? Like how it's going to look and feel. But AI is very good at asking these questions just make sure that they're building the right things for you. Okay. Should there be any sound or notifications when the timer hits 0? Sure. I'll have, you know what? I'll do C. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. Okay, one more. Should the user be able to set a custom duration, like the minutes and seconds, or just pick from presets? So saving users on preset will actually be a little bit more complicated, but let's see what it comes up with. Whenever you whenever you build an app and the app will save something, it gets a little bit more complicated as opposed to if it just does something once and then you can just start over the next time. That's a much simple app to build. Okay, so that's a solid feature set it's going to build. It's going to propose a couple ideas. So here are 3 approaches. Approach 1, single HTML file recommended. Okay, so this is basically what it means is it's just HTML file. You can host it anywhere. You can just open it up on your browser and then it will just work. Okay. This other one is just using another framework called Vite and React or Vue. Another one, this is even fancier framework, Next.js or Astro, right, with routing. So if you're really just starting out and you just want to build something simple, this is what Claude recommends, what I recommend as well. But if we want to build something that's more complicated, we then want to consider these other ones. And let me actually, you know what? I want to see my timer, so it's got 5 minutes left. So, okay. So let's go. Recommended approach A. Okay. What do you think of approach A feels right, or would you prefer A? Okay, let's go. Okay, 5 minutes left. Let's see what the AI can do for me. Okay, the architecture is important if you want to build a scalable app, but if you just want to build for fun, it's not as important. But here it's just explaining that it's a single file, HTML. Great, that's very, very simple because that's really just a single file. And persistence is when you save your presets or you save things. So here I use local storage. Okay, that's fine. And then the timer, engine, set intervals. Sounds good. I don't really know what these differences are, but I'll just take his recommendation. Sounds good. Okay, 4 minutes left. Wow, it's asking a lot of good questions I didn't even think about, but this is great. And as you know, you don't actually have to be technical. You just have to follow some of the recommendations and then just go with it and see what happens. Right? Okay. So 2, UI layout and visual design. Blah, 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 title, countdown timer, negative stay when timer is 0. The timer set transition from normal, red. Yeah, looks good to me. Great. Let's go. So these are interesting. They even propose some of the fonts, which like nobody knows what those fonts are, but let's just go with what AI proposes. Okay, precision, date now. Okay, display updates. Sounds good. Negative countdown. Okay, I think we have considered that already. Start, pause. Yep, so these are the 3 buttons. Yeah, exactly. Same 3 buttons that I have here. Perfect. Good. Let's go. Okay, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Okay, presets and custom build. Pre-built, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 25 minutes. Sounds good. Two number fields, minutes. That's perfect. Delete. Great. Let's keep going. Oh my god, 10 minutes is just flying by, huh? We're having so much fun building that 8 minutes has just passed, just like that. Okay, sound and notification. Sound at 0, of course, that'd be awesome. Browser notification. Sure. Yep, time's up. Okay. No repeat alerts. All right, let's go. Yes, works for me. Let's go. Okay, design complete. Let me write it up and save it. And I think it's going to work now. Write the design doc. So actually, for me, I personally have a dev directory, but you can create any directory you want. It can be a downloads folder or desktop if you want. So it's automatically creating a new folder for me. And I say, yes, just keep going because I only have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And let's see if I can complete this in time. This is getting pretty intense now. Okay, while it's going, a lot of times I just go and grab some coffee. It's doing its thing, and after a few minutes, it should be done. Okay, now it's doing something. It wrote up the doc, so now it's actually gonna start implementing. Yes, let's go. Still writing design doc. So the term vibe coding was coined because you just tell AI the vibe of what you want to build, and it'll just do it. It started out last year, I think, when Claude was released, end of the year 2024, and vibe coding term was coined by Andre Caparthi. He's used to be a Tesla AI engineer, and now he's has his own company. But he started this vibe coding term, and it's stuck ever since. In fact, vibe coding is actually the word of the year according to a dictionary somewhere. Oh, time is up. So let me just click OK, and I'm gonna just start this up again so I know how long this will take. Maybe I should set my expectation for next episodes. 10 minutes is not enough. We need a little bit more time to build even the simplest app here. Looks like we're there. To try it out, open. Okay. I think that it took actually 30 minutes to get this done. So now, let's just play with it and see if it works. To try it out, open. Okay. I'll copy it. I will... so this is my countdown timer. All right, let's play with this. So remember, we have a fun and playful theme. So this is what it looks like. I have 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I can start the timer. Okay, and remember I said notification for the browser, so that's working. And you know what? I'm just going to do a custom. Here we go. Let's see what happens if it goes. Okay. It did chime. I don't know if you can hear it. So it chimed, and then now it's negative, and then now it's blinking red. So everything's working exactly how we specified. And I don't know if this is intentional, but the color is changing to red too. So now, oh no, never mind. So this is really cool, right? And imagine that you can publish this on the web, put some ads around it, and you can start making money. So there's a lot that you can do now with AI. I hope this episode is helpful. I will put a link of this app in the description, and I'll also link all the different tools that I used in the description, and feel free to get started. Give it a shot. This is it for today's episode.